Oh my God, is that the faces of the future? Let's jump into the Monday Rundown news. A lot of big news happened. But the stuff we're gonna talk about today is Moose's boy Donnie J.
Why gotta be my boy?
Why not? Why can't he be a man's?
Because that's what got me in. That's what got me in trouble one time.
It got you in trouble.
You don't remember that one time? I'll share this because I don't even care no more. Because I didn't vote for him. But you don't remember back in 2016 where I said I was considering voting for him?
No, trust me, I remember. I remember that the whole
The culture was coming at you.
Oh no, it was crazy.
It was coming at him.
One of our mans was heated. So what the fuck do you mean?
They kicked you out the group chat, one group chat. Remember?
Yeah,
why?
He was
It was funny, bro. It was just a whole whirlwind. They kicked him out the group chat.
And it wasn't even like I voted for him either. I was like, I considered it not because of the fact that I really liked him, but I
gave perspective.
I gave perspective.
Isn't it kind of crazy that people get mad at you for just having an opinion or just
It's the world we live in. It's the what they call it, the group thing.
And the craziest thing, I never voted for him. I said I just considered it, not because of the fact that like I'm not, because I don't ascribe myself to be strictly Democratic or strictly like Republican. So it was just like I considered it because I was like, to an extent, I understand what the hell that nigga was trying to do.
I get what both of you are saying in terms of like just even having an opinion or trying to understand someone else's perspective. People get mad, you feel me? If you're just trying to understand why they're moving the way they're moving, not that you're saying you agree with them or not, but and this is for anybody and anything, but like for this specifically, like if you're just trying to understand, like, I see why he did that, they'd be like, why you don't see it? Like, they start snapping or you get mad.
You're just watching social media or something like that.
Yeah, because it's like I think it was said it here before, real quick. I was like, like. When you look at a lot of his business stuff that he did back in 2001 when he ran as an independent, you were like, oh, this shit is not bad. It's not bad business policy. Okay, cool. Dropped out because obviously you're independent.
Right.
Cool. The video comes out of him saying, if I were to come back and run again, I'd run Republican. He ran Republican, and look what the hell happened. You get what I'm saying? It's almost it's almost like he
foreshadowed it.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with people,
playing seeds.
Yeah,
bro.
so it's like when you kind of see that, you kind of see like, okay, so what are you really doing here? Like, I don't even think you believe the shit that you believe now.
But words are powerful, though.
Words are powerful, but I'm also saying this from a standpoint of think about it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
If you on the record saying I could do this just by playing a whole group of people, and then you go and do it, and now you kind of look. It's like if at the time you say, "Yo, I could run just by playing these people,"
I get what you mean.
It's like, now are you really that guy, or are you just playing a caricature? And that's what you call it,
a caricature?
Yeah.
Why you say it like that?
That's what it is, caricature.
But now I get what you say.
You know what I mean? So like when I considered it, I was like, okay. Like, I'm considered because I see the play of what you're doing.
Yeah,
but
you see a scheme.
Yeah, but that was before like all
He's definitely scheming, bro.
Yeah, that was before all the grab him by the pussy and like all
obviously he said some wild stuff that we don't agree with.
Once that stuff, I was like, all right, I'm wild.
You got too much into your character, bro. Like,
you got too much testosterone.
That boy your lead under the
got that ego trip, bro.
He got that dragon energy,
bro. But I think he's at the point he got an ego trip. He thinks he can get away with anything. I think.
Now
he feel like he get away with anything,
because he played off of the emotions of everybody. Think about it. Like, let's call it what it is, right? A majority of the racist white people in this country, knowingly and unknowingly racist, got upset with Obama being in office. They were like, okay, we'll give you your nigga in office. Let's do this. And Trump comes in and he plays on that, and he plays on new voters who are impressionable.
True.
It's all a scheme. It's all a game. But I'm gonna jump into what happened and then we're gonna discuss it. So this past week, Donald Trump turned himself in Thursday at Fulton County Jail on more than a dozen charges stemming from his efforts to reverse Georgia's 2020 election results, marking the fourth time this year the former president has faced criminal charges. Trump was booked as inmate number P01135809 and became the first former president with the mugshot as he departed Georgia. Trump slammed the case and denied any wrongdoing. Trump and 18 co-defendants face at noon Eastern Friday. They faced on noon Eastern Friday a deadline voluntary surrender after being criminally charged in the state's 2020 election subversion case. Trump is accused in indictment of being the head of a criminal enterprise that was part of a broad conspiracy to overturn the electoral defeat. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is asking for the trial of all 19 people to begin on October 23rd in an extremely ambitious schedule. Trump opposes the proposed trial dates, his attorney said this afternoon. This comes from CNN Politics. And that's just the overview of what happened with the booking and indictment and things of that nature. So I want you guys to react. What do you guys think about that? Do you think he should have been indicted? Do you think any wrongdoing? What do you guys think about the black people in Atlanta standing outside with the niggas for Trump shirts? I need thoughts on everything.
I just think that I will not be. I'm not surprised at whatever happens. Like if he goes to jail, I'm not surprised because at the same time, I feel like they're gonna try to force him into jail. But if he gets off, I would not be surprised either because it's like it's one of those things where it's kind of like it's hearsay and it's kind of opinionated depending on how you look at it. Like he did what he did,
right?
But it's like people and the grand jury and however they decide to vote, like it's gonna be funky on how they do it. So it's like either or. I don't know if he's going to jail or not. And
right.
And the unfortunate thing is that's the sad part about it. Like I don't know if that nigga's going to jail.
Do you think it's gonna up his aura and presence if he goes to jail? You saw what the mugshot did. Like the man went. Like people are making memes. People are doing this. They said the percentage of people wanting to vote for him now is going up. Like the quote unquote. Do you want to call it the legend of Trump? Do you think it's just growing by him going to jail, him having the mugshot, things of that nature, or what?
Yeah, and this is the biggest problem with politics. Politics has now become the same way that you look at music. Like everything is like all controversy is good controversy.
Exactly.
If you don't like the person, you're gonna go back and look at his stuff. You can go look at his policies, and then you're gonna be like, I don't necessarily disagree with that because it's on record of him saying something that may sound remotely good. So it's like at that point, it's like everything is going to be good publicity, and he's gonna push that to people looking at what he stands for. People don't do that when you're not in the news. We live in a generation now where it's the only way that you get the attention is if it's either good or bad.
You have to be the news, bro. And I think the way that politics is gone, bro, it messes up politics, bro. I don't think politics should be treated the same way the music industry or entertainment industry is, but that's what it's became.
Yeah, but whose fault is that though?
It's us. It's our own fault.
I don't want to say ours. It's go blame the officials.
Yeah, but I'm saying when I say our, I'm talking about like the government.
Yeah, okay,
because
it's like because this is what happens when we allow government officials to kind of run on policies of false hope. Like do what you say you're gonna do.
Right.
Figure it out. You have a lot of things that you can do, but you don't want to do that because you're getting paid from lobbyists and you're getting paid from the back end to keep certain policies in place to keep a lot of these people rich. That's number one. And number two, a majority of the people who are in the Senate are a lot more conservative than you think.
Well, yeah, for sure.
It doesnn't matter if you vote in Democratic or Republican or conservative or liberal. All the people that you vote for are all 70, 60, 70-year-old white men. And you think that all these dudes want to sit here and vote for the LGBTQIA plus community? No. Do you think a majority of these people really care about Black Lives Matter? No. Right. They care about their seats enough where if somebody lobbies to them and say, hey, we need you to support Black Lives Matter, we're going to do it. Like all these people in the top echelon of office are conservative. Yeah. Majority of them are. That's why we only have two parties. Because it's easy to sit here and manipulate.
It's very easy to manipulate.
And if you don't know, a lot of these people, when you see them mudslinging each other on these national news stages, on these debates, majority of these people are best friends.
Yep.
Kamala Harris's family and Joe Biden's family are good friends. People don't know that. But the way Kamala Harris was coming crazy at Joe Biden, you would have never have thought that. Now she's the vice president of the United States.
Right.
Majority of these people, Mitch McConnell is good friends with Joe Biden. She's good friends with Kamala Harris. But y'all don't know that because y'all don't pay attention and y'all don't read that.
They don't read, bro. People only look at what's shown to them. They only look at what's shown to them. I think that's the biggest problem with this all. And like we're talking about the entertainment business, things of that nature. Like if you don't do your own research, bro, like you're gonna get bamboozled. And that's what's happening, bro.
Everybody got hit with the okie doke. And
got hit with the okie doke. That's the perfect word for it.
Trump is hitting you with the okey doke every single time.
And everybody falling for it, bro. Like do people not realize that they probably planned out the trajectory, but if you go to prison, this is how we're going to market this. If you go to this is how we're going to market this. If you go to this is how it's going to be rolled out. This is how people are going to look at you, so we're going to push it this way. Like everything's strategical, bro. Everything's strategical. It's like a rollout, like you said, music. It's a rollout to the 2024 election in a sense. And it's like people have to get past the news and get past that and be like, all right, what's really going on here?
And if you don't understand that, it's easy for you to get swindled. And right. I think that going back to that, look at it like this. Another mistake that everybody's doing. You're putting the Trump case on TV again. You're putting Trump on TV again.
And that's all they want, bro.
With the ability to now sit here and manipulate the media the way that he wants to. This is not me saying he's going to sit here and do some crazy shit. But when you give the guy the attention that he wants,
Right.
it's naturally going to drive traffic to the stuff that he says that he did or the stuff that he wants to do in office, right? But then now when you look at it, the only person that gets put in, the only thing that Joe Biden gets seen doing is falling off bikes and falling down the steps.
Right.
And falling asleep.
Right.
Really think about that.
That's really the only stuff you really see about him.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. Think about it. He could be doing like the most good in the world, but you would never know because the only stuff we see is
him falling asleep and falling. Kamala Harris, you barely see her out too.
You never see her at all.
She might be giving her a speech every once in a while.
Right.
You don't see her out. Donald Trump is out playing the marketing
outside,
game, and they're gonna drive the traffic.
Yeah.
And what's gonna happen again? People are gonna vote for him, and then we're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, how do we get here?" Because y'all don't pay attention to what you're doing. As I said this before, I'll say this again. Everybody is an individual ad agency. Whether if it's you're an advertisement for your own personal vendetta, your own personal election, whatever, or you're trying to market music. Everybody now in 2023 is their own individual ad agency. You can pay the dollars to market yourself however you want to do it. And y'all sitting here giving this man Trump free promo to now win an election. When he wins, I don't want to hear anything from anybody. I don't. Because y'all gave him the clout.
And we talked about like how Ack went to Rumble and stuff like that, and like the move that made and how, you know what I'm saying, how big that was. It's like, if you're not on Rumble, you don't know what's going on there. They probably have a whole, like, you talk about cult following thing on there about the stuff they're pushing on what's really going on. So it's like when you see the waves, you might not see them on Twitter or whatever because they moved the platform. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what's really going on.
And it's kind of like what I don't understand. Like, people hate like the person so much, Donald Trump so much, but they'll tune in just to go see, oh, Donald Trump's going to get indicted. You know what I mean?
It's because
like, that's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
To reference what Drizzy said in one of his records, it doesn't matter. Your mama's pressing play, your daddy pressing play, whoever's pressing. Right. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or whatever it is. They gonna tune in to see what's going on, bro. Right. And the more he's in your IP, the more you're gonna be like, maybe what's going on isn't as bad as it is. The conversation starts, and then your mind starts to change and things of that nature. Like, it's a play on you. Like, you have to say what you have to see something 7 or 8 times to start believing it.
Yeah.
It's like, so the more he's in, it's like. And the more you see, what America is doing to him is wrong or X, Y, and Z, the more you see that, and people, maybe what's really going on is that. You'll start thinking that. And you even seen clips of people, when I was talking about people was wearing, in Atlanta was wearing the niggas for Trump shit, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. People in the videos, some people were saying they're paid actors. I don't know if I believe it or not, but like people were saying like in the videos, like, I'm rocking with Trump because this is what black people have been facing all our lives, getting indicted for the wrong thing, not knowing that he probably indicted for the right. He should be in jail based on what he did. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even just that. It's just also niggas also want bread, and he gave niggas bread.
That too. Yeah. It's just like
probably some people definitely got paid.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm talking about bread from the pandemic,
like the stimulus and stuff,
like the stimulus check, all of that.
Like people are looking at all that stuff, bro. People are looking at all the little stuff, bro. It's like, we never got this before. Another person in office,
but then we only get it. Didn't everybody only get it one check?
But regardless of what it was,
you could get it once. You could have gotten it halftime.
But you gotta look at the grand scheme one time.
But people that have nothing, one time, 10 bands for somebody that has nothing is a lot of money.
Bands,
true.
The PPP loan that nobody paid back.
Like you're in a think about it. You're somebody. You're somewhere. True. You could be. Think about it. You're a redneck or something in the mountains, have no money. You're a black person in the inner city that maybe have no money. You get a quick 10 bands or whatever it is because or 1,200, however much the stimulus was, or the PPP
that you
is
didn't have to pay back.
That you don't have to pay back. Yeah, I want him in office again. I need this bread. I don't got to work for it. Like, come on now. Like, people, that's the way some people think, whether it's, like I said, right, wrong, or indifferent. But there's a lot of people that think that way, bro. And what people don't realize, there's a lot more people that are closer to poverty than there are that people that have closer to making a lot of bread.
Yeah.
That's what people don't realize, bro.
You 1-2 paychecks away from being broke.
I
Bro.
get what you're saying.
You're one time getting sick or getting injured from being broke. You feel me? Like, people don't realize that. So it's like you said, the stuff that he's pressing on, the topics that he's pressing on, the stuff that he's playing around with when it comes to like emotions, they doing it right, bro. Whether you believe in his policies or not, the way they're marketing this stuff,
they're doing the wrong thing. It's like, and connected.